and Chairman, Supreme Nonwovens Industries Private Limited. Mr. R.D. Udeshi, Member, National Executive Committee, FICCI, and President, Polyester Chain, Reliance Industries. Mr. Amit Agarwal, Chairman, Indian Technical Textiles Association, and Chairman, CTM Technical Textiles Limited. Thank you. A very good morning, everybody. Good morning. On behalf of the Ministry of Textiles, Government of India, and FICCI, Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, it gives me, Manasi, immense delight in extending a hearty welcome to all of you, especially the Honorable Minister, all the esteemed guests, distinguished dignitaries, and all you invitees who are present here for this extremely special event, the inauguration of the 10th edition of Technotex-2023, the International Exhibition and Conference on Technical Textiles, with the theme, Envisioning Indian Technical Textiles at 2047, under the aegis of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, at an opportune time when India is taking the presidency of G20. देवी और सज्जनों, आज के इस आयोजन में उपस्थित सभी का मैं मानसी तहदिल से स्वागत करती हूँ. This event, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, is a flagship event that provides a common platform for interaction among stakeholders from across global technical textile value chain. It exemplifies the great potential for trade and investment between India and foreign countries in technical textile sector. भारतीय परंपरा के अनुसार दीप प्रज्वलित कर इस आयोजन का उद्घाटन होगा. In keeping with the Indian tradition, this ceremony will be inaugurated by lighting the auspicious ceremonial lamp. And to do the honors, I request our chief guest, Srimati Darshana Vikram Zardoshi, Honorable Minister of State for Textiles and Railways, Government of India. Shri Rajiv Saxena ji, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Textiles, Government of India. Mr. Mohan Kavri, Chairman and Mentor, FICCI Technotex SME Organizing Committee and Chairman, Supreme Nonwovens Industries Private Limited. Mr. R.D. Udeshi, Member, National Executive Committee, FICCI, and President, Polyester Chain, Reliance Industries, and Mr. Amit Agarwal, Chairman, Indian Technical Textiles Association, and Chairman, CTM Technical Textiles Limited. Deepen Lokan Jayati, Deepastejo Mayaha Smritaha, Chaturvarga Pradodeepan, Tasmat Deep Yajet Priye. This couplet in Sanskrit translates, the lamp is luminous, its radiance grants victory, its light imparts dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, that is, righteousness, prosperity, pleasure, and finally, emancipation. This is the significance of lighting a lamp, and hence, a lamp should be lit. Lamp, as we know, is a symbol of knowledge, learning, and wisdom. जैसा कि हम सभी जानते हैं, दीप ज्ञान का प्रतीक होता है. The lamp being lit, the function being inaugurated, I request all the esteemed dignitaries to kindly take their seats, while I will request Mr. Mohan Kavri, Chairman and Mentor, FICCI Technotex SME Organizing Committee, and Chairman, Supreme Nonwovens Industries Private Limited, to please welcome our Chief Guest, Srimati Darshana Vikram Zardoshi, Honorable Minister of State for Textiles and Railways, Government of India, by presenting the Green Certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, a thicket of 8 trees at Trees for Tigers, Sundarbans National Park in West Bengal has been presented, and we have greeted and felicitated the Honorable Minister with the Green Certificate. Thank you for accepting the same. I will now request Mr. Kavri to please present a green certificate to Shri Rajiv Saxena, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Textiles, Government of India. So, ladies and gentlemen, this signifies that a thicket of 5 trees at Trees for Tigers, Sundarbans National Park, West Bengal, will be planted. Thank you. And with that, I call upon Mr. Mohan Kavri, Chairman and Mentor, FICCI Technotex SME Organizing Committee and Chairman, Supreme Nonwovens Industries Private Limited, for the welcome remarks.
Namaste and a very good morning. Srimati Darshanaben Jadosh, Honorable Minister of State for Textiles and Railways, Shri Rajiv Saxena, Shri Rajan Udeshi, Shri Amit Agarwal, distinguished guests, representatives from the media, and my fellow industry colleagues. It is my privilege to address this esteemed gathering on the occasion of the 10th edition of Technotex, organized by the Ministry of Textiles and FICCI. This is the annual flagship event of technical textile industry in India. We are here to showcase our present achievements and identify the next steps to achieve our vision for technical textiles at 2047. In recent years, the technical textiles industry has seen tremendous growth. This is driven by innovation and development in materials, fabrics, products, and new applications. From smart fabrics to advanced textiles, this sector has transformed industries such as infrastructure, agriculture, defense, auto, healthcare, etc. We are witnessing a paradigm shift in the way we think about textiles, moving beyond their traditional use to explore new possibilities and applications. Technical textiles is no longer only a niche sector within textiles, but a rapidly growing focused sector that is driven by innovation to create jobs and generate revenue. The COVID-19 pandemic has demonstrated the capabilities of the Indian technical textile industry. We have seen how the urgent and huge demand for medical textiles, protective gear, and other essential products were developed and delivered by Indian manufacturers. We have demonstrated our ability to quickly develop and ramp up production to meet not only domestic needs, but even export to several developed countries that were struggling to protect their citizens. However, as we move forward, we must acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead. We need to invest in research and development, bring more innovative products to the market, and increase productivity. Additionally, we need to address the skill gap in this sector by promoting education and training to create a skilled workforce. I am pleased to place on record our appreciation of the initiatives taken by the government to encourage and support technical textiles. I also take this opportunity to convey our industry appreciation of the role of FICCI and its executives for the continuous support and encouragement given to develop and grow technical textiles. It is our responsibility to work with the government and industry bodies to create a sustainable ecosystem that supports the growth and development of technical textiles. We must collaborate with the government, academia, and other stakeholders to build a sustainable and innovative ecosystem that supports the growth of this industry. Our industry is fully committed to making in India and transform India into an Atmanirbhar India. We welcome the numerous steps taken by government and appreciate that these initiatives are intended only to facilitate industry and not to control it. However, at times, there are a few steps which unfortunately become hurdles. I propose to take up these issues during the meeting of CEOs with the Honorable Minister and the Secretary to Government on the 24th morning. I am confident that government will proactively resolve these small issues. In conclusion, I am optimistic about the future of technical textile industry in India. With our entrepreneurial spirit and abundance of human talent, we should become a global leader of technical textiles and a source of pride for our country. Thank you for your attention. I wish you all success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kavri, for the initial remarks. I will now request Mr. R.D. Udeshi, Member, National Executive Committee, FICCI, and President, Polyester Chain Reliance Industries, for his address.
Good morning to all. Darshana Ben, Amit ji, Rajiv ji, I think we have been meeting in many of the functions, and it's my privilege to be standing in front of such talented people and people from all around the world who are attending this conference. I think India would be completing 100 years of independence in 2047, which stands 25 years from now on. So what India should be in 2047 should be our ambition, our path, and I think what all things we need to do to achieve India in 2047. I think let's think about it. I think economic growth in a medium term, India would remain the fastest growing economy and the 5th largest economy globally. It is estimated to be GDP growth, and in 2047 it would be approximately $26 billion economy. So we are talking about India reaching 5 trillion economy in next year or two, and $26 trillion somewhere in 2047. I think in population point of view, we account for 1/6 of the global population, and I think we are proud that we have talented population, educated population. So that is going to help India to grow much faster. I think adoption of the digital platform is the step taken by government and backed by the Indian government, state government, etc. I think forward platform like OCEN, OCEN, we call it Open Credit Network. I think it is going to help more and more trade facility given to the industry. I think we have thriving enterprise. People in India, especially in Gujarat, Maharashtra and other states, they are very enterprising. And I always tell in all my talks, कि पत्थर में से पानी कैसे निकालने का, I think Indian entrepreneurs have capability to reach to that stage. I think our population, one may consider, is a weakness. I would consider it is our strength. I think this helps in a domestic consumption, and per capita income will grow by 6x from where we are today by 2047. I think this is going to help to generate the demand for our product in all sectors, whether it is engineering sector, whether it is a textile sector, whether it is banking, finance, insurance, etc. Now let's talk about Indian textile industry. I think quick glance I would like to give. I think target for given by government and challenge taken over by industry to reach $250 billion target in next few years. Now, whether that few years are 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, so what all we need to do to reach that $250 billion is going to be the Herculean task. I think target is to reach domestic consumption of textile production of $150 billion and $100 billion of exports. So I think we need to work on that direction to reach that $250 billion. I think we are fortunate. We are the largest producer of cotton and second largest producer of man-made fiber. We are fortunate that we have all ingredients in India, whether it is cotton, whether it is nylon, whether it is rayon, or whether it is polyester. Also, we in India are fortunate to have all raw material for fiber, whether it is required for nylon production or for man-made fiber. We have enough capacity to produce PTA, monoethylene glycol, paraxylene, benzene, etc., all the products which are required to produce end product, which helps in the textile industry. We have a very strong logistics, a lot of ports have been created, and I think that is going to help the exports. We have dedicated markets for spinning, weaving, garmenting, and knitting. So we need to do little more in downstream production, whether it is weaving, garmenting, or processing. I think that is going to be the next challenge, because unless we have sufficient processing facility, weaving facility, and garmenting facility, only producing raw material or producing man-made fiber or producing cotton only by exporting this product is not getting us the value addition. Indian technical textile, today we are talking about maybe around 10 to 12% of the textile production comes out of technical textile. The technical textile market is around $260 billion globally, and it is expected to grow to almost $310, $315 billion in next few years. So there is a great opportunity for the industry to participate in the growth, in the global growth, and become one of the major supplier, one of the key supplier in the global market. I think a lot of work has been done by government in view of the 207 identified categories. India exported about $2.8 billion of technical textile. I think we need to change that figure and become one of the major force in a global market to supply the product in a technical textile, whether it is a geotextile, whether it is a construction fiber, or whether it is medical textile. I think there are a lot of opportunities for all of us to reach to that. Some high value categories where India can increase the presence easily are non-wovens, sanitary towels, floor, technical textile for floor, wall, ceiling coverings, textile fabrics, integrated, coated, covered or laminated fabrics, sports articles, wedding, PPE suits. I think all of us, we know that PPE suit is a success story in Indian manufacturing facility. Various industrial fabric like bolting fabrics, industrial fabric used in textile industry, tarpaulin, pile fabric. These are some of the opportunities what we have to concentrate on the technical textile. We have been getting good support from government. I think we must appreciate the way in which textile industry, textile department, textile ministry is supporting so aggressively to reach to various targets and to support the industry. It is commendable. The PLI scheme Then we call it PM Mitra 7 Mega Integrated Textile Scheme, then Samarth scheme, then NTTM scheme. These are some of the schemes now being introduced and getting implemented by government to help the industry to grow. We are also working together with government, the industry and the government working together to reach to BIS standard. I have approached many of the international suppliers, and very few of them have mandatory application of such standards. We here in government, as well as by the industry, making all efforts to become BIS applicability production. What is the BIS? I think basically it is protecting the consumer interest. We need to produce and we need to supply items to the industry which meets certain standards which are approved by the government. So I think industry has been working hard to get these things implemented, and I am sure, I think whether it is imported items or whether it is a domestic supplied item, it has to meet the BIS standard. So this is going to help the industry to reach the quality standard for the product what they are getting. I believe that the Technotex-2023, over the next 3 days, we shall endeavor to gauge new prospects, ideas, and way for greater leap in Indian technical textile. Thank you for listening, patient listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Udeshi, for your insights. I now invite Shri Rajiv Saxena ji, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Textiles, Government of India, to address this August gathering.
A very good morning, namaskar. Honorable Minister of Textiles and Railways, Srimati Darsana Vikram Jardos, Sri R.D. Udeshi ji, Mohan Kavri ji, Amit Agrawal ji, and all the officials from central government and state governments present here, officials from different missions, media persons, exhibitors, and participants in this Technotex event, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank especially our Honorable Minister because he is always available for if any technical textile event is there, whether Technotex or any other event is there. She is basically brand ambassador for our technical textile sector. So with her gracious presence and her blessings, I think we will be able to achieve the objectives of this event. So as already elaborated by my predecessor speaker, Mr. Udeshi ji, he has talked about the market size of technical textiles. Technical textiles is also known as functional textiles or engineer textiles. There is some kind of special textiles other than clothing. So the market size, as he has already told, Indian market is 22.5 billion and 260 billion is the world. We are the 5th largest, and exports we are only at $2.85 billion. So these are some of the perspectives are there. There are 12 segments of technical textiles. So if we see from the industry perspective, obviously the industrial textiles, packaging textiles, mobile textiles, and to some extent medical textiles had the largest market share. So these are important from the industries, from the exporters. But if we see from the other side, where the potential lies, like it is affecting the life of the people, means agro-textiles can increase the income of the farmers, which are the largest workforce is there. This is very important. Protective textiles that help the life of the industrial workers to our soldiers, to security personnel, to it can be everywhere. Like Okiotech means environmental textiles, landfill. These are also very important areas. Geotextiles for infrastructure sector. So and we are also having some emerging areas like sports tech. Demand is growing very fast. And building textiles, once our income level is increasing, the building textiles demand will also increase. So we are, I think all the segments of technical textiles are important for us. First, since the tone is set, means opportunities is there, market size and where we have to go. So first, like we do the SWOT analysis. So we have to see where we lie in India. Because our Prime Minister vision is to make India a developed world by 2047, strength. If we say strength, so our strength we have shown in the technical textile sector during COVID. During COVID, when the COVID outbreak came, then India was having only one lab which have the blood penetration test required for PPE kit and mask. Within 2-3 months, India became from nil to second largest producer and exporter of PPE kit and mask within 2-3 months. So this is our strength. We have the scientists, we have set up so many labs. So our industry, our scientists, our whole population can deliver. This is our strength. But we have the certain weaknesses. So I can list, already Mr. Udesi has told that we are not having the high performance fibers. There is lack of technical textile machinery in India we are importing. There is lack of qualified and skilled manpower, and awareness is low. Means that is why this is the demand side. We have to create the awareness. So to overcome these problems, these weaknesses, the National Technical Textile Mission was launched in 2020 with the 4 years mandate. So some of the initiatives that have been taken in the NTTM and where we require support from all, I will list down some of them. Like component one of the mission, that is of 1,000 crores, is it about research, development and innovation. So far we have already sanctioned 89 research proposals of a value around 264 crores. But still, the research proposals are being invited. The portal is always open from different institutions, research bodies to come up in this area of fundamental research or applied research, whatever you call it. And we have launched the guidelines for development of machines. We want to develop some machines, tools, equipments indigenously. So this scheme is open for industry also and research institutions. So we invite some good research proposals so that some good technical textile machinery can be made in India. And besides that, we are also going to support the startups. The scheme in technical textiles sector for startups is under formulation and we will be issuing very soon, so that new ideas, new innovations can come up and we will be able to support them. In component 2 about market development, so we are having these conferences, we are creating the awareness, we are approaching the different ministries to mandate something so that market demand grows and educating the people about this. And export promotion is also another important area. And fourth important area is education, training and skilling. Here we have made some very few important initiatives. One is for the introduction of technical textile courses, and not only in textile engineering, in all sphere. And either a course or some subject in the existing curriculum can be added. The scheme is open for all the government institutions, private institutions. They can apply. The portal is there in which we have to apply. Like this, civil engineering can introduce one or two few papers on geotextiles, like agriculture, on agrotech, medicals in meditech. That is the choice with them. We have already approached AICTE, Department of Higher Education and UGC to come up with this some standard form of curriculum, so that we are able to generate a qualified workforce for future that is required by the industry. So, and another scheme is the internship scheme that we have launched recently, and still the portal is open. You can apply. Few of the industries have applied in this, like in third year or second year in the engineering colleges in the summers. UG students do some summer internship. If some internship is, first industry has to apply for the empanelment. We empanel the industry, and up to 50 students per industry. That means for 2 months, 20,000 per student. The industry will pay to the students, and then we will reimburse to the industry. So we request the industries to kindly make use of this opportunity and apply, so that we empanel the industry, and we will circulate it to all educational institutions. So educational institutions can send the name of the students. Some students can opt the area of technical textiles. So this will be another area where this can be promoted. So I have mentioned these are some of the important initiatives that we have taken in the National Technical Textile Mission. Besides this, we are also utilizing this opportunity for having the technical sessions. We have the 7 technical sessions after this inaugural, today and tomorrow, like different areas. One on PM Gati Shakti means geotextiles can be there, agro-textiles, medical textiles, investment potential, and last one important always for the industry, we have kept a special session for quality. Quality means quality control orders. You have said there is need for rationalization of HSN codes. We would like to listen from the industry what problem they are facing, in which areas we require more standards. So last session will be on quality standards and in this area. So I would request everyone to kindly participate in the technical session. That will be very useful for us for future policy making. So I have mentioned something. Beside this, we have some more weaknesses, as told by our predecessors, that the problem of the scale or the fragmented value chain. I think this will be taken care by announcement of 7 mega textile parks that is coming up in future. So this problem can be taken up. And besides, we have to work for the buyer-seller connect. Buyer-seller connect is very important, and domestic institutional buyers also as foreign buyers. So this Technotex event is the right forum to address these issues. Today we have the exhibitors from number of countries, buyers from the number of countries. We have the partner states. States are also buying opting for the investments. So this Technotex event, this is the 10th edition of the Technotex, and after 21, this is the event. This is the first event in a physical mode. The last event in 21 was held in the hybrid mode, and this is the first one in the physical mode after COVID. So this Technotex event, I would like to thank the partner state Maharashtra for giving us this opportunity, and other partner states who are participating. All other exhibitors are there, industrialists. We would like to thank them, and we would urge everyone to kindly visit the exhibitors and interact with them, so that some outcome can be held. And finally, on the last day, on 24th, we will be having a keynote sessions chaired by our Honorable Minister, Sri Piyush Goyal ji, and CEO round conclave. This is the entire tone for the 3 days. I think everybody has got the program. And with this, I would like to thank everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for putting Technotex 2023 in a nutshell for all of us, and also for providing important information that will certainly be beneficial to all. Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for releasing the e-book on technical textiles. I request our chief guest, Srimati Darshana Vikram Jardosh, Madam, Honorable Minister of State for Textiles and Railways, Government of India, to please do us the honors by clicking the button on the remote.
Technical textiles ecosystem in India. Market overview, inherent linkages and growth opportunities. Technical textiles are high-performance textiles engineered for specific functional purposes and wider applications across agriculture, health, infrastructure, water and soil conservation, automotive, packaging, defense, among others.
India is the 5th largest technical textiles market in the world, with a market size of over $22 billion.
There are various application areas of technical textiles such as geotextiles, which are used in roads, railways, dams, embankments, coastal protection, erosion control, among others. These are designed to perform functions such as filtration, drainage, separation of soil layers, reinforcement and stabilization. Protective textiles, which are used as bulletproof jackets, industrial gloves, high altitude and visibility clothing, fire retardant fabrics, among others. Agro-textiles, which include anti-hail and anti-bird nets, fishing nets, shade nets, mulch mats, crop covers and agro-poly houses, among others. Industrial textiles, which include coated abrasives, conveyor belts, ropes and cordages, industrial filtration products and industrial brushes. Medical textiles, which include sanitary napkins, diapers, PPE kits, masks, surgical disposables, medical wipes, orthopedic implants, among others. Sports textiles, which include athleisure and high-performance sportswear, artificial turfs, nets, sports footwear, tents, among others. Automobile textiles, which include airbags, seat belts, tire cords, headliners, insulation felts, interior fabrics, and helmets. Specialty and high-performance fibers are the backbone of technical textiles industry, including carbon fiber, nylon 6/6, aramid fibers, glass fibers, viscose, among others. Currently, India is a net exporter of technical textiles with around $3 billion of exports, predominantly driven by PackTech, Meditech, and Indutech. Globally, technical textiles has contributed immensely in productivity improvement, public safety, durability of infrastructure projects, water conservation, environmental protection, and improvements in living standards of the citizens. Some of the best practices can be found in Europe for geotextiles, Israel for protective textiles, USA for sports textiles, and Italy for agro-textiles, among others. Bureau of Indian Standards has developed more than 500 standards for different applications of technical textiles. Given the thrust and importance of the industry, the government has launched various schemes like National Technical Textiles Mission, Production Linked Incentive Scheme, and PM Mitra Park Scheme. National Technical Textiles Mission is the flagship scheme of government focusing on 4 components: research, development and innovation, promotion and market development, export promotion, and education, training and skilling. Under NTTM, 4 core guidelines have been launched to develop and advance the technical textiles ecosystem in India. Guidelines for submission of research proposals in fundamental and applied research in strategic areas of technical textiles. The aim is to boost domestic research in specialty fibers, product development, application-oriented research, and commercialization. Guidelines to support indigenous development of high-end machinery, equipment, tools, and testing instruments for technical textiles in India to establish an indigenous platform for domestic design, development, and manufacturing. Guidelines for enabling of public and private academic institutes in technical textiles to focus on inclusion of technical textiles related papers across engineering degree programs. Guidelines for grant for internship support in technical textiles to support in creation of quality and highly skilled manpower both for manufacturing and application areas of technical textiles. Other key initiatives undertaken for technical textiles include approval of 89 R&D projects worth 264 crore rupees, issuance of QCOs, development of new standards and HSN codes, among others. Technical textiles application areas hold tremendous opportunities across various flagship missions and schemes of the Government of India, including PM Gati Shakti, Jal Jeevan Mission, National Health Mission, and strategic sectors such as defense and space. Under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, technical textiles market and penetration in India is envisioned to grow strongly in the coming years.
So as you could catch glimpses on the screen, this e-book contains government initiatives regarding the technical textile sector. I will now invite our Chief Guest, Srimati Darshana Vikram Jardoshi, Honorable Minister of State for Textiles and Railways, Government of India, to address the audience on this significant occasion.
Namaste. Technotex-2023, organized in Azadi ke Amrut Kal, the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, we are celebrating 75 years of our independence. And now the Technotex organize this event in very right time to focus how to further 25 years and going to Atmanirbhar Bharat. It is my pleasure that today's Mohan Karveji is, I think, father of the technical textile, and our first knowledge I got from his side. Rajan Udesi ji, we met many times, and you are talking about that BSI. It's very right thing. Rajiv Saxena ji is our very dedicated officer of textile, and for the technical textile he organized many programs in Northeast, Karnataka and other, and with his team. I congratulate him to organize this event. And Amit ji, I think you are a new generation of the Amritkal. So my warm welcome to all the esteemed speakers, dignitaries, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, and would like to thank all of our speakers for coming out to share their expertise with us. We have a lot to celebrate this year. As we are all aware, India is endowed with vast raw material and manufacturing base, which has made us the world's second largest producer of textile and apparels, and we are only getting bigger. India has always occupied a prominent position, produce a variety of textile and apparel products, and supplies to the world in addition to meeting its entire need for 1.4 billion Indians, ranging from traditional hand-spun and hand-woven materials on one end to the modern state-of-the-art technical textile on the other. One key segment within the sector that has received significant attention across the world is technical textile. This is also a focus of the government of India towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, which means the nation blessed by knowledge. The end uses of technical textile producer cater to wide array of industries, thereby exhibiting plethora of opportunities as a high-value sector in India. The Indian technical textile industry is expanding quickly in terms of output and value, and variety of industries benefit from its products, including those in automotive, agriculture, home care, construction, aerospace, protective gear, and healthcare sector, among other, as their products have improved functional qualities like greater technicity and strength, as well as better thermal and chemical resistance. As the global technical textile industry continues to grow, India is poised to benefit from the expansion. Domestic consumption and export are both expected to grow rapidly in the next few years, making this an important time for the industry. The future of the textile sector is closely linked with the growth of the technical textile industry. As this juncture, as the world is transitioning for conventional textile to man-made fiber and technical textile of opportunity have opened up for India. The Indian textile industry is the second largest producer of MMF fiber after China. India is the third largest exporter of the textile and apparel in the world. India's textile and clothing industry is one of the mainstay of the national economy. India has shifted gear from low-value textile raw materials and toward high-value upstream industries such as ready-made garments, industrial and technical textile. I am happy to share that the government is making all necessary effort to promote technical textile and undertaken various initiatives in this direction, like the creation of PLI scheme, HSN code, National Technical Textile Mission, amongst others. The PLI scheme of textile for the man-made fiber, fabric and apparel and technical textile is expected to attract investment of rupees 19,798 crores for manufacturing. The response of the industry has been very encouraging. For India, the G20 presidency embodies India's effort to realize its vision to uniting the entire world in pursuit of a common goal. The team could be an opportunity for India to share its expertise with the world in areas on women and empowerment, democracy and digital technologies. The presidency can play an important role in textile, apparel and mankind industries. Further, the government key project in infrastructure development, including PM Gati Shakti National Cluster Plan, is US 1.4 trillion for multimodal connectivity, essentially a digital platform that would bring 16 ministries, including railways and roadways, together for integrated planning and coordinating implementation of infrastructure connectivity projects, highways, railways, irrigation, power, renewable energy, irrigation, healthcare, etc. present significant opportunity for technical textile to be used extensively. India is the developing economy with the higher pace of growing industrialization. Hence, creating large demand for the technical textile is significantly important. I am pleased to share that the government has launched a National Technical Textile Mission with an outlay of 1,480 crores. The key pillar of NTTM including research, innovation and development, promotion and market development, education, training and skilling, and export promotion. The focus of the mission is for developing usage of technical textile in various flagship mission program of the country, including strategic sector. In line with the huge growth potential of technical textile in India, the mission envisioned to take the market size to the higher trajectory along with the facilitating marketing, development, promotion, international collaboration, investment, promotion and Make in India initiatives. Further, to enable world-class knowledge ecosystem, develop skilled workforce and promote technical textile industry's growth, Ministry of Textile has recently notified guidelines for indigenous development of machineries and equipment in technical textile. As of today, high-tech machinery equipment, plants, special tools and accessories are being largely imported. In order to meet the diverse needs to textile industry and to make our nation self-reliant and Atmanirbhar, it is essential to go for the indigenization by the tapping the local skill in design, engineering, fabrication and prototyping. Guidelines for the grant for internship support in technical textile, grant of up to 20,000 per student per month shall be provided to the NPLN companies for providing internship to BTech students of relevant department specialization in public-private institute under the GIST guidelines. Guidelines for enabling to private and public academic institute in the technical textile will enable new technical textile degree program and updating the existing conventional degree program with the new papers of technical textile. The ministry intend to develop ecosystem in technical textile, not only in textile field but other disciplines of engineering like civil, mechanical, electronics, etc. Agriculture Institute, Medical College, Fashion Institute. It would cover the funding of upgradation, enhancement of laboratory equipment, training of lab personals and specialized training of faculty member of the relevant department, specialization in the university institute with the respect to the undergraduate and postgraduate degree program. To make India the world's leading producer of textile and technical textile, the government is making significant investment in the both people and physical infrastructure. As the global technical textile industry continues to grow, India is poised to benefit from the expansion. Domestic consumption and export are both expected to grow rapidly in the next few years, making this important time for the industry. At this juncture, it is very important that we build a strong connect with the global industry, attract domestic and global investment, as well as projects, strengthen initiative and facilities in regard to technical textile to the world. In my opinion, Technotex represent determined effort to turn India into a major technical textile production center. I am optimistic that the concentrated discussions, knowledge sharing and business connection at the Technotex will result in workable ideas that will be circular in advancing India's technical textile industry. Thank you. प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो लाल किले से कविता सुनाई थी, वो यही समय इसलिए दोहराना चाहती हूँ कि यही समय है, यही समय है, सही समय है, भारत का अनमोल समय है, असंख्य भुजाओं की शक्ति है, हर तरफ देश की भक्ति है। तुम उठो तिरंगा लहरा दो, भारत के भाग्य को फहरा दो, यही समय है, सही समय है, भारत का अनमोल समय है। कुछ ऐसा नहीं जो कर न सको, कुछ ऐसा नहीं जो पा न सको, तुम उठ जाओ, तुम जुट जाओ, सामर्थ्य को अपने पहचानो, कर्तव्य को अपने सब जानो, भारत का ये अनमोल समय है, यही समय है, सही समय है, ये कैन डू जनरेशन सब कुछ हासिल कर सकती है। धन्यवाद।
आज के इस अहम अवसर पर आपने अपने अनमोल विचारों की सौगात हमें दी। मैं दिल की गहराइयों से आपके प्रति आभार ज्ञापित करती हूँ। Thank you for your valuable and inspiring words. The vote of thanks will now be proposed by Mr. Amit Agarwal, Chairman, Indian Technical Textiles Association and Chairman, CTM Technical Textiles Limited.
Respected Minister Madam Ji, respected Joint Secretary Sir, my past Chairman Mohan Kavri Ji and Shiv Deshi Ji, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Before I give my official vote of thanks, I would like to start from where Madam left in terms of where we are, in terms of the poetry that she has sung. I am a 74-year-old young country, and I am proposing 2047. So I'm looking forward to a 25 year of my growth. What took me more than 67 years almost, or 60 years to become a $1 trillion economy, it took me just last 5 years to have a 1 trillion economy. So we are at a $3 trillion economy now, and you can see the space in which, ma'am, our country has grown in terms of our economy. And when we talk of technical textile per se, you know, the kind of sectors we all talk about, the sir has talked about the numbers specifically on technical textile, NTTM के बारे में GS sir ने पूरा detail में बताया. So I would like to talk myself as a young country at 75 years old, because our theme is at the rate 2047. So what in the next 25 years is what I look at in terms of technical textile. And when I look there, I look at the GDP number, because when the country's GDP grows, the per capita income grows, and that is where the GDP grows. And when you have the per capita increase in the human being, that is where the maximum consumption of the technical textile will happen. That is a world-known thing. So we are poised at a fantastic growth in terms of our total numbers of technical textile, because our country is growing. And why our country is growing? Because of our domestic demand, which is 2/3 of the total GDP. So what I'm talking about is whatever happening outside the world affects less on us, because I am creating my own demand, which is 2/3 of my demand. And that is where, you know, we talk about, you know, the FDI. So when the people look outside, they look at the domestic market and they put in the money. If I talk of the real number of FDI, what more than 50% of the FDI, almost $500 billion have come as FDI in the last 24 months, ma'am. If my numbers are correct, Invest India team is also here, so they would be able to guide me if the numbers are correct, Mishika. So what I'm saying is that when such a big FDI is coming into this country, it is in all the different sectors. This is the first time that all the 61 sectors of the country there has been investment. More than 30 states the investment has happened, and that is giving us the inclusive growth of all the different sectors, and our technical textile is being used in all these sectors. And hence, ladies and gentlemen, we are poised of a fantastic growth in technical textile is my personal thought process in terms of numbers when we look at. So this Technotex, which has been a 10-year-old thing, we are looking forward to this Technotex and the future generation of Technotex in a much bigger and a grander way, because we will see more and more people coming into this country, more and more demand happening into this country, and that is why more and more investment happening in this country. The investment into the FDIs gives a trust, the opportunity, the trust that the people outside have, and the opportunity we as entrepreneurs will have. So thank you, FICCI. We have partnered with FICCI this time, the first time in our 10-year edition, and we continue to have this relationship moving forward. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, the media, everybody behind the scene, the FICCI, the ITTA team, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please take maximum advantage of Technotex and this particular event of the Technical Textile, which is a national event. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude the inaugural session. तालियों की गूंज के साथ इस उद्घाटन सत्र का समापन करते हैं. The esteemed dignitaries will now proceed for inaugurating the exhibition. Yes, let us have a nice group picture for memory's sake. Moments to be treasured in the form of photographs. यादगार पल हम सभी के लिए कैद हो रहे हैं फोटोग्राफ्स के रूप में. धन्यवाद. और अब जैसे कि मैंने कहा प्रदर्शनी का उद्घाटन होगा. You can take a visit at the stalls after the inauguration of the exhibition, which will happen immediately hereafter. The exhibition, as all of us know, is just across this hall in the exhibition space across the road. Ladies and gentlemen, please step aside and make way for the Honorable Minister to depart from this hall. Kindly cooperate and thank you for your cooperation. आप सभी के सहयोग के लिए शुक्रिया. उनको जाने दो ना, अच्छा नहीं लगता है. All right, so I have one last announcement to make. Lunch will be arranged at 1 o'clock in the foyer outside as well as inside, but the arrangements have been made. The timing is 1 o'clock. Thank you all.